Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's start to play some chess games. You can send me challenges if you want to play. And let's start our first game. Let's open with a4 this time. We have Gargon defense, we will play Alien Gambit here. Well, he is playing main line, also the knight on f6 could be possible. Still, he's not doing that. Bishop d3 or not? Hello Brian Bust, how are you? Let's bring the knight to protect this pawn on d4 and bishop d3. Bishop d3, probably he can take the knight and then the pawn, but anyway. Thank you, I'm good. What about you? Well, I'm happy to see you back. Let's sacrifice the knight and take it back, okay? That's a very bad move that much opponent playing, and also he's missing his queen. Just bishop g4 in that alien gambit variation is very bad mistake. That's why I sacrificed two pieces, one on that f7 and bishop on g6. And his position is completely losing. Brain boost, if you want to play, send me challenge. Let's take this pawn castle, and a6 is a very hanging pawn because no much pieces can defend that. Hello Icy Bear, how's your day going? If anyone wants to play, send me challenge. I'm playing g3 to not blunder this pawn because I'm trying to castle, and a6 will be very much difficult to defend because he hasn't queen or light square bishop to defend. That's probably why he's bringing the king, but what if I castle and bring rook on a file? You know about GTI 6 was out for realized you won't play. I knew that that's gonna be realized, but I didn't play GTA. I don't like that game so much. I like games about war mostly. Call of Duty or tanks game. Thank you, Icy Bear, I'm fine. And bishop g5, okay, we would pin this. Our plans are gonna change because if I take the knight, rook will be hang. And also if he moves his rook, bishop will be hang. So that's very good position from me. I can double the rooks, or if not, just rook d1. Bishop should be under attack, and plus I would like to have something trade and win this position. Pre-book it. It's so good looking. Yes, can be. Well, we have Sicilian defense and French variation. That's a very good when we are speaking about like Catalan gambit, okay? What it's called. Ready opening, okay? But we are blundering this, we are blocking this from some bishop attack. That's why I like this. Then bishop e7 even could work. I actually want to play, but I don't have PS5. Yes, almost 95% people wants to play that game. But I don't know, I don't finding interesting about that, I don't know why. Queen here also can't work. I like that trade because now my square bishop is much active. I would like even to go b6 and bring the bishop because somehow more rated players doesn't take because there is not some advantage as white when you are taking that pawn. Bishop g4. Okay, let's force him to take. We will lose this pawn. Ah, okay, the knight isn't on c3 because most players are just trading this and d5, okay, but b2 would be hang. And that's a loser move for him. Just go forward and go back. I won't play as white that move. If you have, you can pre-book and gain a view on American News Channel. Ah, okay. We are going to trade this and have this d file. So if this c4 will be free just after this trade, and even if it's not, just bishop c5, we will have really great position here. We can take the bishop, but because the knight on f6 would be under attack, let's take the knight first. Okay, he's sacrificing 2 pieces, so I'm not sure what is he trying to do. Okay, he took 1 piece, but he's still down another piece. Bishop is under attack. If he protect from a7, just mate in 1 was come. If this... Okay, not easy position, but anyway. I would like to trade some pieces because I'm up 1 and I will take with a bishop, okay? I could even try to bring my bishop on a5. Just there is no much difference, but after this trade my bishop will be really good centralized, and because we are going to the end game, that's very nice to keep that dark square bishop. Okay, let's get this trade. Queen check and bishop a6, okay? If rook a1 somehow, my bishop will block that position. So I would like to bring it here right away, so I would have enough time to bring another rook. Let's be sure that e7 is free for my king to jump, because queen h8 will be really bad mate from him if my piece were in just e7, okay? That's move that most players, I'm sure, will blunder that, because anyone wants to play that kicking move. He can't sacrifice the rook, okay? If I take with the rook, that just should be okay. f7 should be a little bit hang after that. Bishop h5 and so on. But I think that should be okay. Is there any condition in chess that you have no move in chess to play in match and it get draw, also no one win? What it called? Stalemate? Are you saying about stalemate or not? Okay, bishop c5 and this pawn is under attack. So we are threatening to take. He has to defend. If he defends, he just will lose a move there. I would like rook d8 and trade because he has 3 pawns and I have an extra bishop here. I can take, but what's the problem about this move? His rook should be under attack. And what if trade? Just my queen is protected and everything. Ah, okay, if I take the bishop, rook, queen h8 will be made. We can sacrifice the bishop. You will understand after 1 second. Just if he not to take. Okay, he has, because open attack with my left square bishop, his queen would gonna lose. And there is no mate from h8. We sacrifice the bishop and get it back. Now we have extra bishop, and how I said, we have a bishop up against 3 pawns, but we also took a pawn. Yes, that's stalemate for sure. Let's check, get our rook back that pawns and try to take this, okay? I would like to go here. If I trade the rooks, that should be a little bit hard for me to win a position like that. Let's bring king a7 because he can't move his rook forward. Try to pressure our 7th rank pawns. How can it called checkmate? Checkmate is a rule when you are checking and he can't defend or take your piece or escape. That's the rule. If it's not, that's just stalemate if you can't move any other piece. How can I take these pawns? That's a little bit weakness for him, but that's not easy to take something from here. I believe I need to just move my king center, because our late square bishop is just protecting that squares, not doing much job there. But also that's preventing him from go forward. Okay, I see Bear sent me challenge. And I will kick his king back on g3 and push our king here. Stalemate happen only on queen or on king. Yes, when we are speaking about two pieces. f5. Well, I'm gonna take this pawn and probably after check b5 should be hang. So pawn forward, but actually rook b4, and this pawn's gonna lose because, how I said, in endgames bishops are really cool pieces. And he also can't defend this pawn. Rook a4 won't work, and somehow, you know. And queenside pawns would be hang if my rook beyond that b4, just everything will be hang in his position. Okay, let's take this, and these pawns are hanging. I said I don't want to trade the pawns because I know I'm gonna take that. Let's take with a bishop because check. I will lose that bishop. That should be very hard to win. And even draw, why not? Just check. This pawn is defended, so I will take another pawn after all this. But we need to be sure just rook a4 can't do anything, because check and this pawn's gonna lose. This couldn't be made. And what about this offer to trade the rooks? If not, just I will take this pawn. If not, just I can bring my king forward here. Okay, there is still no mate. He's trying to do from g8, so we are gonna push this pawn. Hello, quick stories. Ահա ես բարև ախպերս։ Եթե ուզես խաղաս challenge ուղարկի ու խաղանք։ He's attacking on my bishop, trying to take something from here, but I'm gonna push my pawns. Let's be sure we are not getting loose from timeout, okay? He's trying to reputate that position, but back and b5, okay? Check. I believe if we check from f6, just, you know, my rook can't lose because my king can't defend just that position, I think. 600, հա, լավ է ռեյտինգը, եթե մի քիչ էլ աշխատես ավելի շատ քո սխալների վրա ու ավելի շատ քայլեր տենաս դիրքերի մոտ, ավելի կբարձրանա։ Շատ լավ ռեյտինգ է, ինչ ա եղել։ I blundered or not? Okay, I just missed that check. But even now I'm not completely losing, just... That should be even draw. Yes, you are helping a lot. Bishop back. That should be draw because just he can't take my bishop and the pawn. That should be very hard. Probably after some tricks, but not sure he can do that or not. They love ավելի շատ վերջնախաղերի վրա աշխատի. and here, okay? Because how can he take this pawn and bishop without sacrificing the rook? Okay, he's doing that. Well, very good game, just 2 minutes, I will come back, okay? Well, I came back. Thank you for waiting. Hello, New Eve. Yes, I'm remembering you. We just met yesterday. Okay, I'm happy to play with you. I will wait. D5 I will try to trade and create really good pawn chain there. Also we have very much defender on that knight and we can defend with some other pieces. Queen c7 or even the rook can come. Well, probably we needed to defend, but no much problem. How long you will be streaming? About 20 minutes. Well, he's trying to pressure. Let's take the knight, get some trade and probably bring the rook on e6 to not let him just bring these pieces on activity. With a check, okay, we have to take. Knight f6, I believe I will blunder this bishop and then the queen. What if rook a6 first and then knight f6 can be happen and then after that castle, okay? We will do that. Okay, brain boost, I'm back to f2 is a little bit hang, so in the future when my king should be in a good square, we will try to bring the bishop and attack on his king side. What if we just attack on his queen and take the knight? But he also can take the rook and check, and also with a check, okay? I saw that position, but no problem. Just his queen is doing nothing here. He's up a figure, but what is he doing here? And even not figure, a little bit good exchange, okay? G2 is hang, how can he defend? G3? Well, he plays. But we need to use as advantages. His queen can't move. So I would like to go here, but only move that he can play h7 and his queen will be protected, okay? What if queen f3 and bishop c5? Now I can't move my bishop, but anyway, How can we get out from this? If push this pawn, I believe that should be move. In the future I will try to defend this h7. Let's see if he gonna take or not. Queen h5 and bishop f6, I will take the queen on h8. Let's believe if that's gonna happen, okay? And if it's not, I think rook f5 because I will force his queen to go back. Because if it's not just rook g3, sacrifice the rook. His queen will gonna lost. That's not easy position. Հարավ աղբերից ես ընդունեցի այդ requested. Well, and I believe h5, h4 can be moves. And my position is a little bit ruined, but not a very much problem here. You know, h4. I'm trying to open this h file. And if I bring the rook and also the queen, he has a little bit undefended white squares, and I will try to use that. Yes, Prime Boost, we are getting higher about that. But no one wants to follow. Please remind our viewers on the chat. Well, let's trade. h6 is protected. Probably we can. Okay, he took with a bishop I didn't expect. But I will pressure his bishop too. What if with the knight or with a bishop? Just that's still unclear. This can be a move, but first let's protect our queen from h5, okay? Because knight g4 can happen and I will take this pawn because that's pinned. He went his bishop back and that looks like a huge pawn, this bishop. King g7, I will plunder the bishop, okay? But anyway, bishop h4. I will try to take and open h file. I think he will do that because just from h1 will be made, and if he opens with f2 pawn, just dark square weaknesses from queen side. Also that should be hard for him to play. But we will see because our pieces is still in defending. I would like to bring that activity. Just if the position was a little bit closed, f5, f4 could be moved to use that pin. If somehow he tried to escape, king f1, just queen h3 check, king h1 check, and I will force him this pin. So let's see what will happen. Just I'm waiting until he will push the rook some other way, and I will use that as advantage to bring knight and bishop also in attack, not in a defense, okay? And I would like to do that, but that's still not that much unclear. What if knight here? Just can't happen. If I try to push my knight forward and g2, try to take h2 with the knight, okay? Because try to understand in your mind, if I take with a queen after knight g4, that shouldn't be pin here. But if I move my knight forward, just check, and I have to go to not also blunder my bishop on e7, how I played before this. He blundered this pin or not? Bishop f6, his rook is and queen should be under attack, but just queen c5 check, and he would have enough time to bring the rook activity. I'm trying to go h4 and he pushed the rook forward, so I would lose the queen, but he's blundering the rook. So anyway, I can push forward. But from f5 would be check. If we protect with the knight, okay. Let's do that. I think that should be okay. This pawn is gonna lose, but I have this check. Let's see what will happen here. Knight here won't work, and how can I push really good square, and also I can move the knight, okay? I would like to bring the knight a4 because that's defended, and still defend, okay? And because he's trying to check and take something from my position, I am happy to see all that figures from me are defended. So I'm not gonna blunder anything here. Besides this, that should be only move. Well, that's why I tried not to open my position, but anyway, that's happening all the time. Well, really good played. If anyone wants to play, send me challenge. And what opening will you recommend to play? We will play that opening when you ask me, okay? And if you can play with me, and opening you choose. We have French defense, but we can also play like Alien Gambit here. So there is not much difference between Caro-Kann and French defense. So I will play as Alien Gambit main line. Bishop d3, just c4, I don't think that's gonna work. Most players are playing bishop c4. And e6 should be a little bit overprotected, then I accept, sorry. Okay, brain boost, after this I will send you challenge. Rook a1 and I'm trying to go knight a5, okay? Just if he takes, I will take with a pawn and should be pin. If he takes with a bishop, I will kick the knight from f6. That should be in a really good square on d5. But also, because h5 should be undefended, I would like to bring my queen there. Okay, still he's defending this and he's not taking. But my knight can be very tricky. Just if I kick the rook. Not sure where, but anyway. f7 is defended too. If I move the knight, example sacrifice, e6 should be hang. But we need to take that or not. And what if f4? f4 if it takes, just I would have really good center and then probably bring the queen. I would like to bring h5, but because h5 was defended, now it's not, okay? I'm happy to see that. Let's jump g4 because that was so defended. That should be a little bit inaccuracy for him, knight d5, because I was trying to bring my queen there and he's giving that advantage. And Alien Gambit, like that you are trying to use light square disadvantage from him and be tricky here, okay? His knight and bishop is hang. What piece we gonna take? Probably the knight. Because the bishop isn't doing anything position like that, and even this will be check. He will sacrifice the rook and we should be much better. We can't do it now. If just not, he will lose a queen. Just I will lose my queen. That should be drawn position, but I should be up exchange, okay? Because that's a little bit unclear. If I check he takes, just he will lose exchange, how I said. If he not take, I think I have some other check from h6 open check, and also with the knight to not plunder my queen, because at that time he could just take the queen, okay? He's trying trick me or mate from here, right? Let's sacrifice the rook. Or even we could sacrifice the queen on e8. There is not just much difference. Hello Porokyunda, how are you? Well, brain boost, I am gonna send you challenge. Very well played, just I believe I have 2 or 3 sacrifices there. Just how we played Alien Gambit, and if you was careful enough, we played in that on French defense, okay? Okay, brain boost, I sent you challenge. Accept and let's play. Hello Neverett Point, how are you? Well, we have this game brain boost. Let's see what can do here. He won me or not? He lost 4 times, but I remember that there is very hard games there. Thank you, bro. I'm fine too. And which opening should we play? Just I'm not sure. Offer me some. Just I believe King's Indian can be, because I have very much viewers from India. They will like this opening. Okay. Just c5, we could even play g6 and then c5, not very much difference. But anyway, knight h3, I believe knight a2 should be better. Okay, 6 and try to get this d5, okay. Even a5 also can work to bring his bishop back. Just even e3 can work, why not? b2 was hang, I could even take with a bishop if you noticed, but I believe he can't just defend this pawn, you know? I have to attack her, and how can he defend? Just if I take what he did. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's take this first because he's gonna lose the rook. And if it's not just this pawn is hanging anyway, I'm defending with so much pieces over here. Ah, lol. Really funny. Just if one click, and that should be like, you can even do that one click, why not? What played? I'm not sure, just you see which opening he played. How can we call that opening? Just I don't know. Worst opening of all time, probably. How it called that, I'm not sure. Probably he tried to trick, because there is some tricks positions like that when there is not just main line. And let's check. Because I'm up rook, I would like to trade these pieces, and if he takes, just his two pieces will be under attack, and I'm gonna take one of these. Brain boost opening. Really funny, yes. Brain boost opening, main line. Okay, I'm gonna take. He did right, he didn't take, because he would gonna lose one of these bishops here. And even he can't activate his knights. From d2, I mean he can, but after this trade, it shouldn't be good for him, and he chooses to sacrifice the queen right away. Okay, that's just one forward moves you need to know. Or because he sacrificed the queen, because that's resigning sign, okay? So everything is hang, I'm gonna take everything. And you see there is just no activity on my position, because I saw I'm gonna take something from there. And what should I play? Activation or try to take remain pieces here? Let's just open this position. I'm not seeing just am I blundering any pawn or not. These pawns are disturbing me. Bring the knights, the trickiest piece of all time. Or even take, I'm happy to open this position. And this check, bring the bishop, and so on. I think that should be made after bishop g4. Let's see it. King g3, I believe, only move. And white should. watched Brazil game all night. If play badly today, that's the reason. Yes, no problem. Just when you are sleeping not early, you will be tired. Let's check, bring the rook. Not working some time, but I think that's okay now. Let's check if I were right. Probably I will gonna resign, but let's see. Probably he's trying to know can I mate him or not. But if he just had advantage from that opening when we have same pieces, I take advantage from here, I'm gonna win this, okay? Well, thank you for saying about me. About that now, that's fine, okay? Well, probably we're gonna send him rematch. He didn't play bad, just one move ahead, he missed something and you know. We can be thankful about that bishop when we brought on g7 and that's was up and take the rook and so on, okay? Queen d5. He's playing Scandinavian defense. When opponent is playing Scandinavian defense, that means he would bring a lot of pieces on queen side. And we need to protect somehow, or if not, just try to attack on king side. Try to kick king side pieces. But most of players just playing queen a5, bishop g4 or f5, just I'm not sure, and castle. I like that line. You can play with me, just give me link, I will play with you. Can I say my username? Or probably you can see that. You can find me easily on chess.com, and if it's not, say your username on chess.com, I will find you if there is any problem, okay? Rook a1, I will bring this on activity. Probably knight a5 even can work. Just f7 is a little bit not very much protected, but this could work. I would like to bring the pawn here. And what is he doing? Yes, he said it right. What is he doing? He played very well some other games, but this time I'm not sure. The knight is under attack and we are going to mate after some moves. If it takes like this. Okay, that's mating one. Very well played. If anyone wants to play, send me challenge. Brain boost one more time. Okay, let's play probably our last game. Offer me some openings. I'm not sure what can we play. Play game with me next to this. Well, I will play. Find me on chess.com. You can send me friend request. I will accept and we will play. Okay? If there is be any problem, say me about that. I will find you if that's not happen. Okay? Let's defend this pawn and d5 actually. Because d6 just our dark square should be a little bit dissective position like that. How can I bring activity? a4 is hang, I'm gonna take a pawn, but also he's gonna take with a rook, okay? That's very nice diagonal for him. But what if bishop d6 to cut the rook from my squares 7 and 8? Why he did that? Is there any trick or not? How can I realize that 1300 can blunder like that? Do you feel your chess is improving with these lives? I think not. Not really, because I can't concentrate very easily. But very good question. I will ask that question to my followers or my viewers who didn't follow yet. Are your chess gonna be good from this? Are you can improve or not? Or what are you thinking if you are new in my channel? Are you think that can helpful for you or not? Well, I took the bishop. I'm not sure what's happening to him. Probably he watched that Brazilian game. I mean football, okay? He's playing a little bit better here than some other times. Even take very good mate, you see? 2 knights mate. Okay, I'm waiting for challenges. Brain boost, get some rest, will play. I think there is just, I don't know what's happening. Okay. Well, I know that's not you. We have challenge, let's play. And we have very much openings, probably even knight f6 can be moved. I'm letting him to kick and move my knight second time, but there is no problem, believe me. Just this is a move and d6 if you know that line. I don't like that opening so much, but that's a working, why not? Even grandmaster level players playing that. And in this position not take the knight, because his queen should be active and somehow you can't kick that. c5 just who will gonna defend this d5 if you have pressure, for example bishop c4, bring the knight and so on. Well, let's defend. Բարև Արմեն ջան, challenge ուղարկի, էսա քո հետ էլ կխաղամ. We are overprotecting the knight, and if he takes, probably I'm gonna take with a pawn to have really good defense on these squares. And in the next move I will castle. Okay, because he takes, probably he's trying to take the bishop, but let's take with a pawn. Hello Ayan, how are you? Let's castle and d4, d5, try to trade here. 500, very good. 500 is a lot, that you are up about 50% of players on chess.com. But you need to see all that 1 moves ahead and even 2 moves to improve your chess. You need that calculation a lot. You will get somehow at it if you do that, okay? And also learn endgames from puzzle also can work. I sent a request to accept it, actually play next to this. Okay, I will play that. Probably you sent me a friend request, just name is very, I will say the same as Kani Haika. Շատ են հայերը Եվ յավտեն մա մտնումա լայվыз, որտեն մեն հայերեն եմ խոսամ, չէ, հայեն դրոշա Եվ ենց դրա համար Bro, last time I talked to you, I was 400 Last time, I believe, about 1 week before this If I'm remembering right, that's cool when you are gaining 100 rating such a short of time Ուղղակի մի հատ 3+0 խաղակ ու գնամ հարմար չի ախպերս Լավ ախպեր ջան, մենակ ասա որն է քո username-ը չես կոմեմ ու ես հենց քո հետ կխաղամ առաջինը Եղավ Well, he's blundering these pawns, so let's take how we know central pawns are the best than side pawns. But I will say my queenside pawns isn't that much better, but just if I not do that, probably I wouldn't have this pawn and some other positional advantage that I have, sorry. Let's take the bishop. If he takes the pawn, just that should be not good for him. He just will lose a pawn. Figure, sorry. Yes, bro, I talked about your Games of Thrones, remember. Ah yes, I remembered, and I said Jon Snow, really good character. I'm remembering that we spoke. Yes, that was probably 10 days ago, and appreciate that you reached plus 100 rating. C6 is sank, but I would like to trade because this pawn isn't doing anything important here. And I will bring the rooks, probably double, or just trade can't be any problem. Queen h4. I haven't dark square bishop, but I would like that. And when you are when you are reaching endgames, somehow you are saying that I have a bishop there, my position would be better. That's why you need to keep your bishops if somehow you can, okay? Ապրես շատ աղբեր չես կոմով հայկբեկ հանունս, հիշեցի քեզ, էսա ուղարկեմ, կամ այլ դու ուղարկի էլի սրանից հետո ընդունեմ, bro, I want to learn a good opening for, wait, I know only London and Kiev. What is KEA? Karokan? What's that opening? I will recommend you Italian opening, just that's very cool opening. You are sacrificing a pawn, and that's not that hard to bring it back. I like that opening. When I was 1000 rating, I played that so much. King's Indian attack. I believe King's Indian attack should be a little bit hard, LOL like you, but anyway, if you can play that, that's very promising, you know. Am I in trouble or not? Okay, my rook is under attack and also my queen. What should I play? Thank you, Brain Boost. Do you know each other? I think from another streams, okay? Is that gonna work or not? I believe not. We are in trouble. What should we play? I would like rook a1, but because another rook is defended, I couldn't trick him and get back reg checkmate. And if I take, just you know, bring queen back. But why rook a7? Just if rook were on a6, probably I can defend the rook on d8. But now I can't. How can I get out from this? Just if I move the queen, that should be back reg checkmate. Can we trick him? Okay, he's choosing mate from f1. Sorry, f8. No problem, dude. Oh, he can't. Very good, just he can't. That was really tricky, you saw? Just he couldn't take because my rook were in a1 and he couldn't just mate from here. And I'm happy to see in every move we have +2, which I didn't saw in another moves because I hadn't time pressure. Where you are playing a 900 because he's my follower, and how I'm saying I'm playing with my followers and they're getting explanation, which probably helping them to improve their chess. That doesn't mean how much rating they have. I can play with you too if you want. So I'm gonna push this pawn. And I would like to, if he takes this c7 pawn, I couldn't even just take, I mean I can, but that should be even pin. Let's see if we gonna trick him or not. Just if he takes, you know, he's choosing to defend this pawn, but a1 is very well protected from my queen. Okay, let's push this. I was gonna lose on time, you saw? Very bad. Just he didn't even took that. I thought I will cut off his king and mate. Bro, what are fundamental to increase a lot fast? Calculation, memorization, and also fast calculation in blitz games. Because if you miss something from there, you just, gonna lose. And never it opening. Well, you played perfect, just one miscalculation, and even I didn't see that. Also, I mean time pressure. Yes, very bad plundered. I said that how can you make progress when you didn't do that mistake, but somehow you did. Rames no games. Well, I will play with you. Find me on chess.com if you haven't me. And send me challenge, okay? I'm gonna take this pawn and knight a4. Knight a4 because the bishop and queen is under attack. I'm gonna take one of that pieces. Thank you, Jumply Cloud. Appreciate that. I'm gonna take a bishop here. I believe he will go his queen back. Okay, if I take the bishop, just, my knight should be undefended. Or that's even with a check. Let's go c3 to get out from this, also defend the knight. He played very well. Armenian sound like Arabic to me. Can be, but I didn't analyze that. Well, he played good that he didn't blunder any piece, just queen a5 check and get out from that attack, okay? He played great at the time. His accent is amazing. Thank you for that. Bishop d3, I can't even realize why I played bishop a4, because if I take the knight, his bishop would be great attack on my king side. Queen b3 and attack on b7, okay? And probably I can play pawn b4, try to force his queen to go back. But before that, let's defend the knight. I believe I need to defend, because I can't escape, okay? But if that pawns were gonna double, I took that first. a3 is under attack, let's defend with a rook, and before moving that calculation you need to know where you're from. Okay, let's take with a check. If I were black, I wouldn't take, because now I'm creating really huge attack on his position. Probably that's knight gonna lose. From India, very much followers I have from India. I think 95% from there. If I take, that should be trade, okay? If not, I think that's not. Let's trade all these pieces, and f7 should be hang after that. I will take 2 pawns from him. Very good. Sending good vibes from Brazil to y'all. Well, why not? He's trying to check and get that second rank. Hello, Bihyaf. How are you? I believe we still can't defend if I take this pawn on h7. Because, check and he would get that second rank. We are not gonna let him do that, because we are up 2 pawns. We don't need to just risk any move. I believe I'm gonna sacrifice this pawn, rook f2, and let's see. Because kingside pawns are more valuable, I'm trying to push that, and that's very nice pawns, because his king is far from my pawns from here. So he's doing right, he's attacking on my weak spots. Thank you too, bro. I'm too good today. These pawns are gonna hang. I would like to take this pawn because h4 pawn is more effective than I believe his pawn on a6 because I need to go through 3 moves to attack on that and get something from here, okay? But his king is very far from here and also his rook isn't doing great job how I thought. Just g4 because... Okay, not now. Goodbye brain boost. Well, I will see you tomorrow for sure. I will doing streams every day. Goodbye. Have a good day. What if king a3 try to take this pawn? If I push takes... I think that there should be pawn trade. Why he checked just not take this? Goodbye brain boost. Okay, to me remain just 2 squares to get there. How can he defend? I believe he can't. Our time is running and I haven't plus time for every move. Why I didn't took the pawn? Well, I lost on time. Very bad. I thought that should be +2, but that didn't. I wonder why Indians play chess so much. Probably because chess invaded from Indians, okay? What are you thinking about that, Indians? Yes, chess is your legacy. Very much chess grandmasters also from there. Super grandmasters, I will say. We have alien gambit, he's bringing his bishop. Because that's very effective when we are talking about take this pawn on f7. Because now I can't, we have another opening called merchant gambit. Knight a6. And we will see that. I didn't know chess was Indian. I2, sure. Everything is defended, we are still not sacrificing the knight, but I think that should be the right time. And bring the queen on a2. a2 because somehow we can bring the bishop and then another rook on a1. Bishop, where can I move that? I would like to go g5 when his king will on a8, but he's doing great that he's castling, okay? I have really good attack, but I need somehow to use this as advantage, not just blunder a figure that I sacrificed the knight, you know? For these 2 pawns, and in the end games I believe that 3 pawns is much better than just a figure. Because when you have a figure just you can't mate, but with 3 pawns even you can take a win if you have just 1 pawn. My rook on trapped or not? I took the knight because a3 now is undefended. I'm going back and even a8 can be moved. I would like to go 8 because if he takes the rook he should gate mate from a8. Լավ բարձր ախպերս ժամը թելիք չարեց թե չեկրեիր հաջող ախպերս հաջող ախպեր ջան լավ խաղացիր դու էլ կարող ա եւ նիչա եղներ հաստատ չեմ կարող ասեմ բայց մալադեց. Let's take the rook from a8 and his rook is gonna deactivate from there. So c2 is should be hang. Let's attack on his queen. And then probably rook a1. We are trying to get this a file completely and make some advantage from here. I don't like to trade the queens, but if I go back, this pawn is gonna hang. Can I trick him position like that or not? I believe I can. Okay, that's only good thing that I can say about my position. This a file is mine and somehow he can't make progress from here. He just reached home. Well, just prepare for playing with me. His knight is under attack, and if it's moved just c5, I would go before, kick the knight and take b7. But if it's even not, he's defending. I don't think that's right. Bishop a5, he will kick that pawn fork. So I'm gonna b3 because he has dark square bishop. Well, you can send me challenge. And I would like to bring all my pawns or figures on that light squares to not plunder anything. That should be very low risk. And even bishop a5, if he moves, he will lose the knight, but bishop a5, probably he noticed bishop b6. And even bishop g5, this also should be moved. What should I train to translate my rapid game into blitz? Translate? Because my rapid rating is considerably better than blitz, you need to just play more blitz. Also, you will be fast like that. 1 min tuning my laptop. Okay, no problem. For that, you can play some bullet games. Because when you are playing bullet, I think that's really helping to improve your blitz. And if you are trying to improve your rapid, play more rapid, I will say, and you need to concentrate and think hard for every move. I'm gonna try to trade all these pawns, because if I just do that, that should be draw. And because he's up a knight, that won't work for him. So let's see. He means his party. Party? What is that? Well, his rook is defending here. +2 for... I thought that's +2 for every move, but that's not. Okay, check. He can check and time me out if he is a little bit red. Just... I am almost reached that strong position where, how I said, I was gonna trade all that pawns, okay? Well, let's play one more until I would have a challenge. I'm waiting. A65, c5, that's main line that I would like to play. And c4 also, his light squares are defended. But the only thing that I should do to keep these dark squares not weak, because he's also have advantage on dark squares. I have light squares because I closed that position. Just our pawn structures are doing a great job. Being able to check Mick in a 10-sec game is a very cool. Yes, I think that too. You were sending. I remember that you wrote that you need 30 seconds to on your laptop, so turn on. That's why I believe that I will reach the end and you will send me challenge. Okay, but I missed. You saw I was just reading the comments and see. No problem. Okay, send me challenge. I'm waiting for sure. Hello, Knowledge Has. How are you? New e5. Are you gonna send? You don't need to wait, you can still send me. Todd FX, if I remember right, that should be your username, okay? Well, I remembered right. Just I am remembering all my followers that came even second time. He's coming my stream second time just yesterday. But I'm remembering all that players. Could you play a Karokan? Yes, I will play when I wear black. Karokan is a really good when you are defensive player. If you are aggressive player, I don't recommend that. We have an gambit against 450. Let's see, can we trick him or not? I think I'm a little bit good here because when I'm sacrificing this pawn on f4, just I am gonna have really good center there. And if I push this, knight e5 or d5 can happen to attack on the knight, so I'm gonna defend. Because f4 is gonna hang anyway, I am having good center because a5 pawn from him when he moved there. Just as defended d4, but now if it's not, I jump there and I created really good pawn chain. I'm gonna take with the knight, bishop c4 castle, and that should be a really good position. What's the alternative for aggressive black playing? You can play Sicilian defense in even elephant opening. I think that's the most aggressive you can play. Okay, let's wait until he will take even Scandinavian defense because as black you are getting early queen activity. I would like to sacrifice the bishop and knight a5 check to take the bishop from g4, but I believe if I sacrifice the bishop, knight g5 can be also move. If he moves this king, no matter where, just his bishop should be under attack on this g4, okay? Now that can't happen. My knights are pinned. Oh, not this knight, but knight on f3. But not a problem. We are attacked on there, and if we take, just we will give so good center for him, so let's just kick that. Also this diagonal is open, so I'm gonna bring the bishop on d3. Probably if I bring my queen on a4, that should be really tricky position from me. Also dark square bishop is doing great job too. His bishop is hitting nice diagonal, so if that plan won't happen, just we are trading his active pieces. And that should be your plan if you haven't any yet. Knight g5. We can't go back to kick his queen because if king h1 he could play what he wants, but if I'm going back, that should be mistake from me. That's with a check. If that weren't, just he would lose a pawn there. Let's see if we're gonna see that or not, but I believe we can still bring it back because after take, okay, which he's not doing, I would like to keep my bishop. And knight g5, okay? h6 won't work, he would get mate anyway. Knight g5, g6, and I would have really good dark square. Knight back and bishop h6. What should he play? That's the problem. You hang the bishop. Yeah, I know, I thought just that should be a fork, but because a3 was with a check, which I missed. Because he would blunder his queen if that weren't happen. Yes, I saw that after moving that 0.1 second I noticed that. Thank you for saying about that. Well, let's send you a rematch. He played also not very bad, just he needs to be a little bit careful. Over. Well, he didn't play a4, so we are not responding Kaukan defense how I tried to do. Symbolist, thank you for that. Yeah, really nice vision from me, okay? When I made him. I'm 2100 feet and have a classical turn in 2 hours. Wish me luck in 2 hours. I wish you luck, bro, how you said. Good luck to you, and stay in my channel and you will tell me about what you did. Okay, that's a really good rating in FIDE, I think. That should be very hard to reach 2100 as on chess.com, chess and some programs like that. I reached even 2200 as rapid, but now my rating is a little bit low, I don't know why. I reached 2000 as blitz, because that's why I'm not writing let's reach 2000. Okay, he's trying to mate how I did to him. Really crazy, you see? That's called typical revenge. But I saw that, unfortunately for him. Really tricky player, you saw he's trying to win. I win like that's how I won him. Our last game. Okay, bishop d6 in the next move, because I was trying to go rook b8. Because when you are seeing open diagonal, you need to bring the rooks. Or even the queens, why not? Because that's defending, I would like to trade this. Okay, because we have another really good diagonals there, and he's playing g3 because he's afraid from that mate how I did to him. So he's trying to over defend, but because I close this position on the center and I will say on queenside, just his pieces isn't defending his king side so well. So I'm gonna take here this pawn, but I think he's not gonna take because that's really close position and that's very hard to take some advantage here. Even if he can keep that position, that should be draw, but I would be surprised if that happen. Just he has really good chess understanding, because if he takes, he would have really bad spots in his position. Okay, very nice move, because that's opening a wild horse rook. But also we need to notice b3, or even I will say b5 is a little bit weak from him. Okay, finally he took, I think he knows about chess so much, but some understanding that probably is just 1 or 2 moves ahead, which is not seeing that's disturbing him to get some high rated, and also that can happen to you too. So let's be sure you're not blundering before move any piece. And I'm gonna take this pawn, and how I said, he didn't need to take that pawn on c5, he takes some moves. Okay, he had really good pawn structure, but I ruined that. I will say he ruined that because he could keep that so much time. And what should I play? I think rook b2, try to take this rook, and if it's even happen, I can trade all that pieces, but because that's a very tricky position, I would like to keep this position and mate. Because I'm up 2 pawns, and if we move on to endgame, that should be really cool. About not losing from me, okay? I would like to bring my bishop, but because c6 is over defended, that's not easy. This bishop is main weakness in my position. Let's spin this. I don't believe if I can something from here, because he can check and move his queen out from here. But I believe I would have enough time to bring the king on g6. I could even bring the rook back, but I believe that should be really good on that h6, that h file, okay? And because he's moving all his pieces on that queen side, that should be not easy to defend, but that's a little bit harder. Just g6, I will blunder mate in 1 and rook g6 to see what will happen if we check. King f6, another check. Very hard position. I think that should be only move, but he needs to return from after these checks, because I'm almost gonna checkmating him, and probably he is too. He needs to be very careful about that and not blunder anything, how I said. Queen is under attack and the rook is under attack. Okay, bro, see all that one move ahead moves. You are very close to win this game. That's still a little bit unclear, but he could. I know he could. Just he blundered 2 pieces in 2 moves, but he played a really cool game. Okay, bro. Let's send him rematch and play and see what he gonna play. If anyone wants to play, you can also send me challenge. I will play with all you too. Hello, Lutz. How are you? Let's play a4 and see how he will respond. Scandinavian defense. Yes, he was so close at that time. But because he blundered 2 pieces for no reason, very bad. And if queens are trade, you don't need to think about your king is on the middle or not. Bro, such a compliment thing. Thanks, Tam. Sorry, I got overwhelmed. Not a problem. Just that can happen with everyone. You need to be a little bit careful. You have really much understanding about chess. You need to be careful. See and play the moves after. Calculate what I'm gonna to do in your position. Am I gonna ruin that? Am I gonna attack on that? We have 2 pins, so there isn't so much that he can do. That's pinned, and the knight was also pinned, so I'm using that to attack on his position. I'm trying to pressure on his position. And if I takes, probably I can just time up a pawn, but see how my position is active. I will give him 2 or 3 pawns just to have this position. Such position like this. Bishop c4. Can I trick him? Knight a5 if he takes some open attack. I will try to do that. Just I will take the least rook. And if it's not, just take the knight only move. Or not. And not, because if I check with 2 pieces, that should be how I said. And if he takes, because a7 isn't protected, I'm gonna take this bishop. Bro. Do you think that position? I saw in such a position when I played this. I know I'm gonna take this bishop on c8. And the move is this. And bishop d6, just open check. And I will take his rook. And if I were black, just here we can trade, and because for this pin I will try to take the knight. And this, okay? Oh, okay, c6 can happen. I saw that position, but I didn't count that c6. But not bad. If c6, I have rook a1 check. Well, let's check and get his king on that f file. How I said, I'm gonna take that because that was really tricky position. I can even check, force him to go back. Bring bishop back and also bring the rook on that 7th rank, and he's blundering mate in 2. And I went bishop back. I saw that my pawn gonna drop, but I saw that mate too. Well, a really good game. Let's play another game. He played very well, but saw one moves that he didn't see correctly. F4, we are playing Vienna game. We can even take bishop a2 can also move. I think a2 could be a little bit good because he can sack the knight and d5, take one of that pieces back. And also bishop a2, that should be defended. He's forcing me to take with a pawn, but I believe my position should be okay. I know that's gonna happen. All that squares are defended from that knight, okay? So I have this really good g file. I think he's gonna castle long. Let me play one. Well, after this send me challenge, we'll play, why not? h4 if he takes. Just I'm giving a little bit good squares for him, but also f4 is hang. I don't like to take because h5 should be open, and from h6 he can, from h3 he can check with a queen and make some trouble to my position. Bro, what advice would you give me to improve? I'm stuck on 500 and my second game was good, I feel, among 3. Yes bro, you played great, but I think you're just not seeing my attacks. If you see what I'm trying to do, I am trying attack on your position. See that one move ahead, also 2 move aheads. You are not seeing that, and you are blundering your pieces in one move. If you improve that, you have really good understanding. You will reach match rating. See one move ahead, try to calculate what's my opponent trying to do. That's the question you need to know before moving. At this level, much of the game is definitely by one move blunders, so just double check first move, blunders and knight fork. Cheeky trap. Yes, very good trap, I will say. Okay, never read or print how I say it. You need to be careful, just be careful and you will reach more high rated. Queen a8 mate, and if it's not just his rook gonna lose on a8, on h8, sorry. But he's protecting. Not a problem, I was trying to kick the knight open d file. What is he trying to do on my king side? To open g file, okay? I would check here. I believe we can take this h-pawn. That's a question, am I needed or not? And this pawn push just should be move loss for him, because that's pawn gonna lose and he has to bring the rook back. He's losing so much moves there, so I can check and take b7. This pawn on a2 will gonna lose after that, so we can even push that forward first. Not sure why he's blundering this pawn. Probably to open some position, but how can that be? Rufus Tregrest at the greatest, sorry. I love your accent. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing your opinion to me. I'm happy to listen that. I can't believe I actually had better position than you. In second game I started blundering when you were taking time to move. Yes, I know you played great. How I said, you need to be careful. That's the only thing that disturbing you from getting high rating. I had the same reaction. Yes, why not? He's gonna blunder his bishop or not? There is so much tricks that, for example, king a2 just f6, king c7 just one move, and he can't just move even one move to defend that. And let's not blunder mate because cross position like this when my opponent has really much moves to play. There is just really bad. You can also blunder anything here. Let's check. He helped his bishop because d5 check and this diagonal opened for him. Let's try to trick him. I'm trying to check and take the rook. Let's see can I do that or not. Just that depends from him. Okay, how I said that was really tricky. I couldn't move my rook and I'm happy to see bishop was protecting that. How I said he's gonna lose his rook. And he lost that. We can trade the bishop, but that's cool time to resign. What are you thinking? What do you think how much rating I can achieve realistically if I am careful with my games? Okay, see, I'm 1700 rated player and you just put me on trouble. You should be 1000 more rating if you don't blunder anything. How 20, I will say 1200 can be really good rating for you. And you can reach it for sure. Just be sure you are not blundering anything, and I need to say that you also blundered one thing. You know why? When you had pawn chain, why you took that pawn from me on c5. Your pawn chain was doing great job to close that position. You took that, and your pawn's gonna lose one by one. And from this pawn chain, I'm remembering that right. You moved before, and that was only pawn that you could defend that from here. And all these pawns which you are seeing on that right square, you lost all that. Never it so print. Okay. Just I waited a little bit and I had a challenge. I'm having a challenge and I'm accepting it, okay? And even that's very interesting. Who is this player? I didn't play him, but he sent me a challenge. He's a viewer or just player, I'm not sure. Okay, next game, okay? If I check bishop a3, I have to go back. I would lose a move there. Let's not play. I believe I can move my queenside forward. And even c4 b4 can happen. Not sure what should I play because I can't bring my bishop on that diagonal. I would like to bring like this. Let's take, and he's helping me to open this really huge diagonal for this. So c4, bishop a2 should be only move. But his bishop on this diagonal should be great job. What if I kick the knight? Let's kick the knight, queen d5, try to mate. If back, queen d5, okay? I don't believe he can do anything else here. So I'm gonna do that. And his bishop is a little bit weakness for him. He's doing great, it is doing great job, but anyway. I will try to bring the rook, probably pin or disturbing him. He's bringing so much pieces in my position. Well, still he can't mate. What if h6 and bring the knight, because the only defender for that position, the knight. Why I can't? I can, why not? Let's do it. I'm gonna take the knight and g2 will be unprotected. He has to defend with one more defender on g2 to not get mate here. Okay, the rook is defending. What if I take? From h7 there isn't any threat. So probably I can trade, but the main defender on king's side, that's the knight. Because h7 is somehow very weak. He sacrificed the rook, but why? Okay, still he has really great position, but down exchange. He can't check. That's why you need to have really great pawns that are defending all that squares, okay? And how he can win this? Just knight h5 and he will try to mate, but he will blunder from g2. Let's see, can we win or not? Or is he gonna draw because he reputated 2 times? Probably he's not seeing the win because this pawn is not defending this, just blocking the bishop, okay? His dark square bishop is hanged, and I will say the knight too, because if I take the knight, that should be made from g2. And if it's not, just we will see. If check, I have to go h8 or g8. And make a draw, but I think that should be right idea from him to do that. Okay, I'm not trying, I can't just make queen is defending, but what if this? Let's do that because we are bringing one more attacker on it. He sacrificed the queen, but anyway, he got that mate. You saw Barogunda, you motivated me from how you said. or did you gonna ask or not? Never read or print. Send me challenge. Should have taken the draw. Yes, he should. But he didn't. I'm happy to say he didn't. I was thinking that he's gonna lose if he don't make a draw there. He was greedy, right? Just not greedy, I will say, just a risky player. Somehow I'm playing a little bit risky that I don't need to play. I'm waiting for your challenge, never read or print. Todd FX, that's your username. Why did you not accept? There is no challenge. There is no challenge from you, bro. I sent you one. I sent you challenge, accept and let's play. Ted FX is your username, yes? I sent you. Probably he sends 3 or more times, that way he can't. But I sent. Let's wait a couple of seconds and play, okay? Never read or print. You get. Yes, it's getting error message. Okay, I'm gonna send you one more time. You can play without me. No, I can't understand the problem. If the problem from you, that's another one, okay? Or is it from me? I don't know. I'm gonna send you one more time, check your chess.com. Okay, let's try last one. Challenge failed. How this program saying. Okay, try to fix that. Yes, can happen. Or that key can be even from me. Let's check it. Okay, what I did. Okay, I'm starting new game. That probably should be from me, you know? That's a little bit disconnected from the server. But I believe I'm gonna fix that now. I have another account. I believe that's from me or not. Okay. Be in your another account and send me challenge from there, okay? Yes, bro, no problem. I will wait for you. If you do, please say me on the chat and I will be careful about that. Just probably there can be any problem we need to fix, okay? Shit website in Armenian. What tragisch. That's really close to be shit website, but anyway. I like to take the knight because his pawn structure is weak. Knight f6, okay, when you are playing this. Just a5, somehow if the knights, for example, trade it and a5 will be undefended from me. But at the time knight d5 and I will centralize the knight, which I'm trying to do. d5, he can trade the knight and play a5. At the time I couldn't go d5, I need to go back, which is a little bit deceptive, but probably he missed that he needs to take the knight first and then a5. Or even he sacrificed the pawn for a reason to bring his pieces activity, but that's bishop's doing really great job on that time. That's why I trade that. And probably I'm gonna knight g4 and take the bishop. Or not, because knight g4, bishop back. And after some moves, h3, and probably I would gonna lose the tempo. That's why I'm not staying to that. Still not doing that. Knight f3. Let's push this one more time, and I'm defending f3 and d3 squares. I would be happy if I bring the bishop into the game. I would like to go here and trade, but g5 will be open from him. That should be a risky move from me. My other account is PhDZP0Z. If you like that game, that's not weird. Know about that. But that's about your account, or that's about your phone or laptop. I think the problem about your Wi-Fi, because this bishop is really good centralized. I'm gonna take that if I can. Okay, no problem. He took that. If I take, I will lose bishop. What if I attack like f5 to not lose this bishop, and also c3 is hanged because I'm attacking with 2 pieces and only the queen can't defend this. Queen back, how can I take this, with the rook or with the knight? If I take with the knight, I would like to go a2 back post that still defend it. It's a little bit not unclear how can I make progress. Even can I take the bishop? Just let's calculate. f5 will be open, but these two, I will say these 3 pawns should be isolated at the time. Really, I'm not sure. What should I bring my bishop? If h5, f5 should be hang. Probably I need to attack on his queen first, because the queen is also attacking on f5 if I kick that. But there is no much squares that his queen can jump. I believe a5 is the only move that he can play. I could even try to attack on his queen and take that somehow. Rook c3. You know, rook c3, my bishop was under attack. I sacrificed the bishop for his queen, but why he sacrificed the queen for these 2 pieces? I won't say his position is so bad, but why he did that? Just there is no reason he could do that, because I believe his position is ruined. He has so much weak pawns there, and also the knight is under attack. I can take the bishop, and all his pawns at the time will be so weak, which I'm trying to do, because we are going to reach endgame, and pawn activity and pawn chains are really good. But he's gonna probably lose this endgame. His time is getting lower, and where can he bring the knight? c5, all that squares he can. But I believe this should be moved. And what if I take the bishop? Let's take the pawn, because that's protecting the knight, and the knight is doing a great job. So let's kick that, okay? And okay, c3. Wind, how you said. We are gonna take that pawn. Wind, 1100. Is that your rating on chess.com or something like that? Why 1100? Probably that's your maximum elo or something like that. Tell me about that. Okay, he hangs the pawn. Let's take with a queen to not blunder that queen, how he did. Okay. What should we play if I move the queen? Just rook c8 should be hang. Very tricky was. I just open files, I'm not careful about that so much. h6. I'm not too bad here. Just h6. I would like if I take the bishop, because if I trade all that pawns, that should be drawn position in rook's endgame like this. His time is also getting lower, so let's try to keep the pieces in board, and that should be hard for him to play. I would like not to take the bishop, but if I not do that, bishop d4, g7 should be under attack. How can I defend that? Okay, let's take the bishop because also that's hitting so much weaknesses on my position. Rook c7. You gave up your advantage. When I know that was really tricky, I thought my rook should be defended on c8. How you saw he tricked me. But I'm not so much bad because if I trade all that pawns, that should be drawn position from me. So I'm gonna not check, just second rank. He's trying to bring the rook and take this. If he takes with the rook, that should be blunder. Ah, okay. I thought g6 could happen, but that's not. Well, not a problem. Let's try to bring this forward. Still, he can't do anything on his on this king side. So he's gonna bring his knight. His time is getting higher. Not 10 mine, but anyway, if I check and make a new queen trade, that should be really good, but if I check, he would take. So he chooses to attack on my position. I think that's right time to resign. Well, not the best, but anyway. If anyone wants to play, send me challenge. Oh, okay. Neverito Print wanted to play with me. Let's send him challenge. One second. That's a little bit lagging. Never it or print, I sent you challenge. You get it or not? Your challenge didn't send me. Didn't send. That's why it didn't work. I can't understand. I can play with them. It should be from me because even now I can't play another games with others. I'm not sure what is happening here. That should be okay, but somehow that's not. There is no challenge from you. I think that's from me. Okay, bro, I think I'm gonna finish this stream because that's not working, you know. I'm trying to start this game, but that's not happening. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Stay in my channel and we will play tomorrow, okay? Goodbye, everyone. Sorry for that, I will fix that.